Okay, so let's just kind of pick up where we were. We were doing adding rationals with different signs. So let's just start with something basic again. Get your mind thinking this way. Something like this. This is your integers. This is the last unit that you just did. If they have different signs, you're finding the difference, which means to subtract. So 8 minus 5 is 3. And then you take the larger absolute values sign. Okay, what that looks like on a number line. Would be something like this. Sorry, super messy. -8 plus a positive 5. So positive 5 means go to the right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, remember to use the number line when you can. It will help you, I promise. Or counters, the red and yellows. If you need counters, ask Miss Joyner for them. She can find them for you in the back of the room. Okay, so let's look at a fraction. Let's go with 1/2 plus a -3/4. Okay, I see a positive, I see a negative, so they're different, so I'm going to find the difference. Okay, so I'm actually going to do, I know 3/4 is bigger, so I'm going to write that one first, minus 1/2. But I can't do that. Fractions have to have the same denominator. So this is actually going to be 3/4. 2 times 2 is 4. So 1 times 2 is 2/4. So this is 1/4. Okay. Then you look at your signs. 1/2 or 3/4, which one is larger? And you see that 3/4 is larger, so that's the larger absolute value, so it's a -1/4. Okay. Let's look at, sometimes you get these problems that are a little bit more lengthy, and they have 3 numbers in them. Let's see. I'll do a decimal one for this. It would be the same process for fractions, but I'll just want you to see another decimal one for now. All right, so if you have -5.25 plus 3.75 plus 4.50. Okay, very good. All right, I'm going to look at 2 at a time. Different signs, so I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to say 5.25 minus 3.75. Okay. And the larger absolute value is the -5.25, so this is a -1.5. 0 plus 4.50. Same thing, different signs, so I'm going to subtract again. So I'm going to say 4.50 minus 1.50. So the answer is 3.00, and the larger absolute value is the positive, so this one's going to be a +3. When you've got more than 2 numbers adding up, just break it down. Do 2 at a time, 2 at a time, and just keep doing 2 at a time. It really is easier, I promise. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, you're about to go over some with your groups with Miss Joyner. You'll do some practice problems tomorrow, and then tomorrow night you'll have a subtraction when the problems start with subtraction video. Okay, see y'all tomorrow.